Reading books I have read on the first 2 months of this year. So to start off, this is the last book I have read. I finished it last month, so February, and since then I haven't been able to finish another book yet. Although I have been reading these two, The Notes from Underground and Villette, Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I really loved this one. I basically devoured it. So it was a depressing read. I have to admit that you're inside the head of someone who just committed a murder or two murders. So yeah, and he is paying the punishment. So it's basically this much crime and then this much punishment. So it just gets into your head as well. So if you are reading like chapters after chapters of someone who's staying inside his room, not talking to anyone, and basically just they are swallowed by his own thoughts, his own dark thoughts. So you get affected as well. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah. But aside from that, I also really loved that um, you get to read about the story of the other characters as well. So that was a very interesting take. I love how Fyodor, I love how Dostoevsky introduced the characters and like gave glimpse of everyone's lives. Everyone, I mean the characters' lives. So yeah, that was very interesting, and it just made me really curious. I rarely read mainstream books. If a book is hyped on booktalk or on Instagram or on IG, I'm not really a fan of giving in to the hype, but I got so curious by this and I just jumped in. Yeah, so I like that. This is a 5-star read for me. And I haven't moved on from it yet, obviously. That's why I can't finish another book yet, but I'm trying. Next is The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. This one is a play, so it is humorous, it is light, it is funny. So yeah, it's basically mocking the societal societal constructs. Is that the term? Societal constructs, is that the term? I'm not quite sure, but yeah. Yeah, so that's just it, and it's a fun read. It reminds me of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew. Yeah, it's a 5-star as well. And this one is The Call of the Wild by Jack London. I also love this book. This is about Buck. He is a pampered pet. He got thrown into the wild, got sold off, and he was basically forced to adapt to the change and fight off for survival. He became a leader and all that, built himself, survived against harsh conditions and against the beatings of the man. So yeah, it could be really violent. That's one thing. And also, so the title is of The Call of the Wild. So yeah, he feels this calling inside of him, like something is missing, something is urging him to, or something is pulling him. So yeah, he gave into that. Oops, spoiler. And next is a work from Edgar Allan Poe. I did not read the whole book, but just the one story, the fall of the House of Usher, and it's a really good one. I really love that. Gothic, yeah, scary. I love the vibe. and the way it is written. Oh my god. This. And this I also wait. I also read this work from Franz Kafka. I'm not sure if it's a whole book or if it's just a part of the book, but it's the letters to my father or something like that. So it's his letters to his father, basically saying how the way his father treated him has affected him on the whole. So yeah, it's very sad, very touching. And this one is What I Loved, by Siri has the vet. I don't know. I love this. What caught my eye is the cover, obviously. But what made me stay in is the story. So it is a story about this circle of friends. They are creatives, so an artist, a critic, a writer, a researcher of some sort. Yeah. So um, the first half is basically about their lives, about their dynamics, their stories, and it it was a fun read. I was so curious about them, um, and suddenly on the other half, like there's this twist um, of lies and deceits, and it could be a tiring read because it just gets into your head because you don't know what is the truth and what is the lie anymore. So yeah, it could be a tiring read, but this is a 4.5 read, and all the rest are 5-star reads. So yeah, I have read six six books this year. This year, this year. So just the first 2 months of the year, I have read this, and I love them.